Welt Yang, wrong Honkai. Welt Yang, an imaginary nihility DPS, debuffer, sustainer. He can pretty much do it all. He's very worth building, so let's talk about his best Lightcones, Relics, Teamcomps, and Eidolons, all updated for 2.1. So Welt doesn't have many options in terms of Lightcones because of his unique mechanics. Firstly, his best in slot is not his signature, it's ACHERON'S if you want him to have the highest personal damage, but I don't really suggest pulling it just for him, so some other strong options are Silverwolf's signature, Incessant Rain, or his own signature. Then some more free-to-play friendly options are Good Night Sleep Well. I only suggest using this light cone if it's at high superimpositions. Otherwise, its showtime at S5 is decent. You can buy this light cone and copies from the shop. Oh, also, loop at S5 is usable, but yeah, it's a 3-star, but it's an option. Now Relics. His best in slot 4-piece set is the Pioneer set for all types of builds, or you can use the Imaginary set. It performs almost the same. Then some 2-piece combinations can be Pioneer, Banditry, Messenger, or even Musketeer. For his planar ornaments, the Azumo set will be his best DPS set, only if you pair him with another Nihility character. Otherwise, Glamoth is his best. Space Healing Station is decent, and Pan Cosmic is great. The main stats to aim for are effect hit rate on the body, unless you can reach 67% without it. Then get crit, speed on the boots, imaginary damage on the orb, and attack percent on the rope for damage, and energy regen rate for a sustain build, which we'll talk about in the Teamcomps section. Otherwise, substats are simple: effect hit rate until 67%, speed until your desired breakpoint, then crit and some attack. So Teamcomps. Welt can be used in 3 ways: sustain, hypercarry, and debuffer. Firstly, if you want to hypercarry Welt for whatever reason, then he's paired best with Bronya, Ruan Mei, and a sustain, because he can do some decent personal damage. For your standard debuffer role, which is what most people will do, he fits in anywhere, and although his debuffs aren't as strong as others like Pela or Silverwolf, his real value comes from his sustain role, specifically with Acheron. So when you replace the sustain role with Welt, this allows an open slot on Acheron's team that does not have to be another Nihility, allowing for a Harmony like Ruan Mei to join the team. The reason he can semi-sustain is his slowing mechanic. When he ults, he delays enemy actions and reduces speed. Proper ult timing paired with an ERR rope can allow your team to never get hit. Acheron, Welt, Ruan Mei, and Pela is one of the strongest team comps in the game, and pretty fun to use. Finally, Eidolons. They're pretty bad overall. E1, when he ults, his basic and skill deal more damage. E2, he generates 3 extra energy when his talent is triggered, which is hitting an enemy that is already slowed, lets him do more damage. E4 increases his base chance for his skill to reduce enemy speed by an extra 35%, so it goes from a 75% base chance to inflict to 110% base chance to slow enemies. And then E6, his skill does an extra instance of damage. That's it. His Eidolons are pretty bad in general and don't change him too much. Personally, I'm only using him in the Acheron team. He's not the best or worst debuffer, but at least he didn't get the Arlon treatment.